Welcome to
the local lowdown and
find out what's happening in Lavaca County, Texas. Now here are your hosts, Murray and Michelle.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you for the 19th and 20th edition of the Lavaca County newspapers on the Local Lowdown podcast. And I got my partner here, my co-host, Michelle. How you doing?
I am so cold.
Yeah, I tell you what. When I woke up this morning, I woke up about 6:30. And I looked at my phone, looked at the weather, and it was 24.
Ooh.
And the wind chill was 12 below. Well, no, 12.
Oh.
12 even.
Wow.
But, yeah. But anyway, folks, this is for all the newspapers in Lavaca County, 19th and 20th of February issues. And also we'll be talking about our friend Nicole's paper, the Luling Newsboy and Signal. Now, we want to talk a little bit. This is FFA week, right, Michelle?
Correct.
And we had promoted that we had some kids coming from Yoakum, and they wasn't able to come, so they're not here this week with us. So can you tell us, Michelle, a little bit about that? Or
Yeah, they weren't able to come due to schedules. If anyone knows, at schools this time of year, it's a very busy time, and these kids are involved in a lot, which is great, but with different schedules and canceled, and then the weather, they weren't sure if things were going to be canceled or moved up, so they just couldn't make it work this week. They do hope to come on at some point, so we'll see what we can get them on here to talk about. They have a lot of projects, so I'm sure that although they missed FFA week, we can definitely hang out and learn some cool stuff.
You bet.
But FFA week, it was celebrated this week. Most schools had like dress up days and different things to celebrate it. It's 95 years of what they're celebrating of FFA traditions, and so that's a very long time that they've been in existence. In a couple of papers, in all the papers we honored FFA week, but in a couple, a timeline was presented so you could see kind of the progression of FFA, which used to be called Future Farmers of America, and that merged with FFA, so it's just FFA now, and that happened in 1965. So it's not just animals, even though that's probably what they're most popular for. They do different projects, speaking events, all kind of stuff. So lots of information in the Hallettsville one. Heath Ressler, who's in charge of the local FFA chapter, gives how Hallettsville celebrates the motto of FFA, and it rings true here in our town to what they do. So check out all of our papers because they each celebrate the kids in each town, what they're doing, and thanks to our advertisers for helping us put that in the paper.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, if they did other things besides agriculture, because when I was looking for some promotional art to put in the Moulton paper, they had a lot of that art had kids like painting and doing things like that. So I wasn't sure then if it was all agriculture related or not.
No, it's definitely different projects that they do and speaking events and different stuff like that.
Also, we need to kind of get the message out there too to all these teachers in all the schools around our area that you're welcome to come on this podcast. Just get in touch with Michelle, and she'll fix you up. So I guess you can call her here at the office, right, Michelle?
Yes, and we love having company.
Yeah, 361
798-2481.
There you go. I knew we would remember it at some point.
We'll work it out.
But yeah, that's a very important thing. When my kids were coming up, because we lived in the city and everything, and we didn't have any land or any way to raise it. And they wasn't really interested. I have all girls, and what they were interested in was the band and the rifle corps and stuff like that. But this is a great thing for these kids, and hopefully the Yoakum kids can come to see us eventually.
Yes.
And I was thinking about it before I knew they wasn't going to get to come, that we would take them on a kind of a tour of our newspaper.
That was a great idea. So anyone who wants a tour, you have to come on the podcast.
There you go.
But you could get a tour.
Yeah, we'll take you around and let you meet little Chucky Groff, sports editor, and Jimmy Apple, our senior reporter, and me, our do a little bit of everything guy, and Moulton, and of course Michelle and Ani. They pretty well keep everybody in line. So.
And you could join a dance party. It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Come on over.
Yeah, that's something I'm not looking forward to. We got a little carried away in the office this morning, and everybody decided they'd do some dancing, and I'm sure that'll make its way.
It will definitely make its way to Facebook.
So make your comments and try to keep them nice, if you will. But anyway, let's go ahead on then, and let's talk about the Hallisville Tribune Herald. I see that we had a drug raid. And
we did, and that was last week. It happened on Wednesday of last week, and our managing editor, Robbie Horechka, we thank definitely Sheriff Greenwell for contacting him and allowing him to go and be a part of this so he could get the news. And Sheriff Greenwell says you're not welcome here any longer, and I'm thankful he's saying that, because the drugs are not welcome here. And these were very close to the junior high, the houses that were raided, and so we don't want that near our schools or anything like that.
I think that's an extra crime, isn't it, to be within so many feet of a school?
Yeah.
Well, we are happy that Sheriff Greenwell is on the ball, and he's being very transparent with us. Is that right?
Yes, very. And we appreciate it. And I know our readers appreciate it. So.
What else we got? I see that the Houston Livestock Show came and invited Lavaca County to the show. Is that right?
Yes, and that was a great ride-through. It's a tradition. It's called the Harris County Sheriff's Office Mounted Junior Posse.
Right.
And so that's a really nice picture. And thank you for them coming. Check that out. Jimmy Apple made our front page.
Again.
His name, this is almost the Jimmy Apple paper in some ways, but he actually got a picture on the front page with his 1995 Hallettsville State Championship baseball team. So they look like they could still mostly get out and play.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah. And I'm sure Jimmy could do some coaching. So, no city council. It was delayed because of President's Day. Hope everyone had a great President's Day. And there was a structure fire. So, a lot of that was information. And also the criminal alien that got arrested or taken through ICE, I guess. So, you can read about that. All made our front page news this week. Henry Joe has one more week on this question, and everyone says it's really hard. So,
what is that question?
It is name the actress who is nominated for an astounding 6 Academy Awards and was born on Valentine's Day.
I don't know that one.
Oh, look, even Murray doesn't know.
I might look it up and tell everybody what it is.
Well, you won't be on here before the answer comes out, so that'll be fine. We do have some obituaries. We have Peggy Lois Koselnik, Zachary Thomas Gore, Howard Hugo Lowe, and Stephen O'Neill Kirk. Condolences to their families.
You bet.
And there was a bald eagle sighting.
I see that. Didn't somebody local see one?
Yes, Sandra Mullen.
Oh, okay. Where was that? Does it give a location?
I don't know.
Well, the reason I'm asking is...
it was definitely Lavaca County.
Oh, yeah. The reason I'm asking is that I saw one.
You did?
Yeah, it was... Actually, I was in Speaks, where most of my family is buried out there at the little cemetery. And I went out there to visit, and I was just, looking out across this kind of a grassland prairie out there. And there was one on the ground, and I didn't bother it or try to get close, but I kind of was worried that maybe it was injured, but maybe not. But anyway, I'm not trying to take away from this lady that saw one too.
Yes, and she did get great pictures, and it is a beautiful bird. I'm not a really big bird fan, but on that note, I asked Murray, because he has a little feather on his hat.
Well, it came with that hat.
Yeah, if he killed a bird for that. But this week, when I was doing some reading I'll just say it, in the bathroom.
All right.
And I read the Febreze can, and it says you can't spray that if you have birds. Did you know that?
No, I didn't, but I'll tell you what, with the bad situation of this bird flu right now, they're telling people to stay away from birds and to not even have bird feeders or bird baths in your yard. So, I don't know. I guess there's rare instances where humans can pick it up. But getting back to the bald eagle, that is a beautiful bird. It really is.
And we thank her for sending the pictures in. And
what was her name again?
Sandra Mullen.
Oh, okay. Well, we appreciate that. We need our readers to give us that information. You know, the local stuff is what we're here for, and anything you've got to contribute, would be photos or stories, well, contact the office and let us know.
For sure. So we have some sports, a lot going on, because now softball and baseball is kicked off too. So Chuck has some pictures from the alumni game. He also has lots of basketball going on. I think there are some teams still playing, some not. I'm not really sure which is which. Do you know? I think Sacred Heart girls are still playing.
But we were talking about this morning because I was interested in Moulton, and the girls and boys are out now. The boys got beat recently, and I believe, kind of getting off topic, but I believe the Shiner kids over there have got several teams that are still in it. And I was going to mention too, I saw it might be on another page there, about the Hallettsville Booster Club had bought new uniforms.
Yeah,
for the
that
baseball
happened
team.
after, or I saw it on Facebook after.
So we haven't got it yet?
Yeah, but I don't know if we are, so
Okay.
you never know. So, yes, but so next year the football team will look different.
I thought it was baseball.
Oh, I thought it was football.
No. It's either one, for sure.
It's one of
But
the
yeah,
two.
I think the check was up around $15,000. So that came from the Hallettsville Booster Club, and they're to be commended for that. I saw Coach Montgomery was accepting the check. So.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So definitely check out your classifieds. A couple of pages of that. And Dr. Wilkinson was honored for her dedicated service, which she has definitely been a doctor for a very long time, and she says she's not quitting. So
Well, God bless
her.
her. We need them. We got a big ad there on the back too from the Gonzales
That's healthcare, yes.
We appreciate their ads. They run it in all our papers, I believe, Michelle. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, we're moving on over now to Michelle's favorite town and favorite paper, the Shiner Gazette. What you got?
VFW awards ceremony was held, so you see the kids that won certificates, and it looks like some monetary awards. So congratulations to those kiddos. FFA show is coming up March 7th. If you want to support those kids with an ad in the paper, please contact the Shiner Gazette. Chelsea Whidden, sorry, Jessica is her sister. I do know that though. Takes top place in the Big Buck contest. So there's more Big Buck awards inside as well.
The Big Buck contest, that's a big deal over in Shiner, right?
Yes. Almost takes up a whole page.
Yeah, look at all those pictures.
Look at them. Hope Livestock Show had their stock show last weekend. So Janet was able to get in her paper. I did not get it in ours yet. We do have an obituary for Mr. Oscar Clazel. So condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Blake Humes received a donation from Sacred Heart High School to help support his battle with his cancer journey. And that's, well, the last update I heard, he was doing very well. So that's great.
It is great.
So Coach Palmer, which is the offensive coordinator for Shiner High School, is returning home to Pleasanton to be the Eagles football coach there. So best of luck. Thank him for his service in Shiner. And girls basketball and boys basketball did lose in Shiner for Shiner High School. I don't know about, I think the Lady Cardinals are still playing. I don't know about the boys. Sweet Digs Volleyball 12U is on a roll. They did very well, so congratulations to them. We have some football awards.
All right.
Still have football. Football never ends, right?
Yeah, they even have spring pro football, which I don't ever get enough of it. So
It's fine with you. It works well. St. Paul High School students were awarded for academic honors. These kids are doing a lot. Now look, Murray's column got in this paper.
Yeah, it didn't manage to get in the other papers. In fact,
It didn't even
my
get in
paper,
there.
which I call my paper Molten, that I put together, I even had to leave it out of there for space
It was a
purposes.
big news week.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens. So just know that if we're leaving out our own writers,
Yeah.
like if you don't see your stuff, we're going to try our best to get it in as soon as we can. But
Yeah,
breaking
well,
news is
we've
breaking
talked
news.
about this before. You know, that column is about Goliad, and you history folks will probably enjoy that. It's about people from Alabama that came over here to fight in the Texas Revolution, and I'm sure I'll have it up on the Facebook pages and all that. But I appreciate Janet being able to get it in there. But it's something that we've talked about before, and people don't understand sometimes why their stuff don't get in. And like Michelle said, when we even leave our own stuff out, and I told Michelle she could leave mine out this week because she needed space just like I did in Moulton. So the whole deal with the page count in the paper, and we've talked about it before, but we'll mention it again. The number of pages that we can have depends on how many advertising ads that we have, and that's what drives the page count. And so sometimes we don't have enough ads to go other pages, and so we have to squeeze what we can in what we've got, and we try to get all the local news and the sports and the things about the kids in there. So stay tuned, though. You'll see them
it'll come.
sooner or later.
All right. And that pretty much covers Shiner.
All right, going to take a trip down to Yoakum and see what Allison and Nadine got going on.
Did you go to Land of Leather?
No, I didn't make it.
Me neither. But it looks like they had lots going on, lots of awards. I hope it was very successful for them.
A lot of pictures.
Yes, lots of pictures. The festivals in town are very important to small town communities, so support them, help them, all of that. What else do we got? We have an obituary. Nanette DeBolt. Condolences, of course, to her family. Have some groundbreaking. We have their FFA pages, which include a lot of pictures of what their students would be doing. Do you want to guess which ones were coming? I don't know. That'd be hard, right? They still have sports going on. I think their basketball is done, but soccer is still going on. Golf is starting. And, of course, softball and baseball. So,
Do all our high schools in the area have soccer?
no, Shiner does not have soccer.
Moulton doesn't.
And, of course, Moulton doesn't.
And some of it is fairly new, isn't it?
Yes, Hallettsville and Yoakum. Yoakum, I think, has had it maybe a year or two longer than Hallettsville. But they haven't had it very long either. And more Land of Leather on the back.
That's a big event in Yoakum.
I'm not going to let you see this paper.
Oh, come on.
I'm just going to do it by myself.
Go ahead on.
All right. So we're going to go on over to the Moulton Eagle, where the school board allows superintendent to look for a replacement. And that's a replacement for what, Murray? For the superintendent, right?
Yeah, they got the interim speaking in that picture.
Okay.
That was by our ace reporter, Clayton Kelly, with 2 E's.
2 E's. This week I told him he forgot an E in his name, and he said, "Really? No way." He didn't, guys. He didn't.
Yeah, that Clayton Kelly with 2 E's. Yashik has a problem with that.
Yeah, it's hard for him. Oscar Clazel is the obituary in Moulton as well. So again, condolences to his family. We have a tribute by Henry to Robert V. Bahuslav. So I met some of those Moultonites.
Well,
that,
actually,
right?
that fellow that he's writing about is, I think he kind of jumped on that idea. You know, that story I wrote last week about one of the 9 men from Moulton that died in World War II, and Henry knew this family, and Bahuslav, is it?
Yes.
And so he wrote about him. So you'll be glad to look at that. And then we have the Moulton UIL winners, and we got pictures. And Henry's our typesetter, and he had to do a lot of typing for the captions for those.
He did
pictures.
good.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah, he did. So
I didn't even hear y'all fighting this week. That's
no,
impressive.
it comes and goes.
It does. At one moment, the office was so quiet, no one knew who was here or not. That always means that Chuck Groff is not here when that happens, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, Mark Luby had some big sports stories, too, over there, right?
He did, and so I heard there was a controversial call in Moulton.
Yeah, they say that the Moulton girls made I believe it was 3-pointer, but
Yes,
whatever,
I
it
think
was
so.
at the buzzer. And there's a lot of discussion as to after, was it late or was it ahead? So anyway, they lost, unfortunately.
So heartbreaking.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
ruled it in the other team's favor. But these kids from Moulton in basketball, they're kind of like a dynasty, and I guarantee you they'll be back, boys and girls. I think the boys got beat since we put the paper
Chuck
out.
said he was so surprised
Yeah,
that they're both out.
Yeah.
Cats and Kittens get awards of excellence. So congrats to those students and staff members that received that. All of their pictures are in the paper.
Yeah, I want to thank Angela Zumwalt for sending us this information about the Moulton kids, and she sends me a lot, and I try to get as much of it in as I can. And what we do in Moulton, because we don't have a lot of space in the paper, anything that we don't have room for, we carry it over to our Facebook page. So keep an eye on that too.
All right. And then on the back we have a food pantry donation.
I believe that's out of Shiner.
It
isn't
is.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if there are other food pantries. Does Hallettsville have one?
I think so. I think all of them have.
Oh,
In fact, that story, I believe, is condensed, and I don't think it shows all the other towns and places that they get that United Way.
But support your food banks.
You betcha.
That's
You
very
betcha.
important. All right. Did I cover it?
You did well.
I did.
Maybe that's because I'm sitting right here. But
Maybe.
I
Or
do
because you were so mean
I
to
do
me.
appreciate, and I hope the next time, if I'm not here, that you'll do that good a job.
Okay. I'm sure I will.
I'll do it.
All right, Nicole. Well, Nicole was going to this meeting when she left here last time about the city pool, and so it looks like the council off to close it. I give Nicole a lot of credit, I will say. Okay, I do. But I will say this is a very good picture as far as telling a story. Like, you can obviously tell there's a lock and it's closed.
And what newspaper does Nicole work
Oh, she works for the Luling Newsboy. It's the Nicole paper.
for?
Nicole
That's
Newsboy.
it. She does a fantastic job, and she helps us out a lot over here with the podcast when some of us aren't here. And Michelle, she does some things for you, right?
She does. She's very willing, and I appreciate it.
Well, that's because she knows that you're so amazing.
She does. She does know how amazing I am, and that's very sweet. And she tells me, unlike the rest of these fools around here. 4 assigned to college programs, so best of luck to all of them. You can see what programs they sign with and where they're going. We have 2 obituaries, George Riley Fraw and Paul Dwayne Mish. Sorry, I didn't probably say that name right, but condolences to their family for sure.
Yes.
We also have a big FFA ad.
Boy, she got a double truck, right?
She did, because she had a lot of ads. And Nicole was able to help me with some pictures. So here you can see we talked about those other projects. There's a welding project going on. She was here when I was putting this together, so she was just grabbing me pictures off her phone. So that's Nicole's picture, and the one with the cow and the jacket. We didn't talk about the jackets mean a lot. They symbol a lot. And did you know that this color is not just yellow? It's corn yellow. That's super important.
So it's a custom color.
Yes. See, it says blue corduroy jacket. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. National blue and corn gold.
I'll be darned.
So it's not even yellow, it's gold.
So you could probably, if we ever put anything else together, we can probably go on Google and get the code for that
gold.
color. Yeah. That's good.
So lots of facts and information about FFA also. Sports is happening. Now, Luling Chamber of Commerce, we want to thank them because they're going to be spotlighting a business per week.
All right.
That's a member of their chamber. So kudos to them for doing that. And thanks to the businesses that are a part of their Chamber of Commerce. We do have this week Neutraline. So Nicole came over and we worked on these ads, and I had a little fun with it.
Oh, good.
But it kills all odors. So you need some probably. Mike,
Yeah.
for that skunk under your house. See, there's a little skunk right there.
All right.
All right.
Well, I'm glad you weren't talking about for a minute there. I thought you were talking about me.
Oh, no.
Yeah?
No, not
So
your
you're going to
personal.
get some of that and spray me down, are you?
No, I meant because you had a skunk under your house.
If you spray me, you're going to have to spray Yashik.
No. Although something smelled like death this week, remember? We may have needed that.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that too much. But anyway, yeah, somebody was mentioning a skunk in the office. And
Yeah, it was death.
I don't know what it was, but it scared me.
It always scares me when Henry yells, "Man, it smells like someone died in here." You never know where he was going or what he was doing. All right.
So you wrapped it up.
I did.
Oh, well, that was a wonderful job. Now, let's talk about the dance club
The dance.
in
club.
this front office this
Okay.
morning. I don't want to put out a teaser because I hadn't seen the video yet.
It's a good one.
And I don't know whether, there's several old men involved. And we don't want to embarrass them too much because I'm one of them.
yeah.
And you know how everybody used to, well, I better not say everybody because we'll get on the political side, but everybody used to run down Joe Biden and how he walked and all that. Well, I'm his same age.
Really?
But I seem to be quite fluid.
Yeah, you were doing well.
Yeah, should we, I don't know if we should make a teaser and tell people that they'll be able to see that video.
You'll definitely be able to see it.
No.
I know it's going to push me to put it up very soon, but you will definitely be able to see it on the local lowdown page,
On the local lowdown group. And
which you should join.
while we're talking about that, a lot of times when I post the new local lowdown podcast, that I post it through Apple Podcasts because it seems that so many people have iPhones that they can get to it quicker. People were having trouble getting to it through Spreaker, which is the host for this podcast, or even, what's the other one? Spotify. So,
But I promise you, if you go type it in Spotify, we're the only local lowdown because we have it and we're the best.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I'll tell you what, when I get my weekly or actually daily reports on where this podcast is listened to the most, what platform, it is Spotify. And a lot of people, if they're not familiar with those apps, that they go to them and they don't want to answer these questions or put in this or that. You can put in a fake name. You don't have to use your own.
But just remember which one you put in, because you may need to remember it later.
and you may have to make a password, but it doesn't cost you anything.
No, it doesn't.
And Spotify is a great platform. They have a lot of music and all kind of things and podcasts. And so does Apple. But the reason I brought Apple up is I got a notice that they were going to be shut down for 8 hours the early part of March. I can't remember the exact date. But anyway, you may see this being posted from Spotify. So if you can't get to it on Apple, that'll be the reason. So I just wanted to make
Why
that.
are they going to be down?
Maintenance and upgrade and all kind of stuff. But anyway, so what about this cold weather?
It's too cold. If it's not snowing and I can't stay home, I don't want to get out in the cold.
Well, I tell you what, it is miserable, and it just, if you have an older house like I do, it seems like that north wind just blows right through it. You know?
So Murray likes to come to work to get warm.
Yeah, me and Chucky Groff, he lives in an older place.
Well, and Chuck is cheap, so he won't turn his heater on. So there's another problem.
Yeah, there's been times too when he'd come here and tell me he slept with the window open, and so I already knew that he was just a little tad off. But
it took you that long, huh? Gotcha.
Little Chucky, he's a good man, and he's a great sports writer, and well known in the community and the area, and he does a good job. And Mark Luby does a good job as well. So we're glad to have.
And they're working on the spring sports now,
yeah,
which is something new. So it'll be the spring sports preview. It'll come out in a couple of weeks, in the next couple of weeks, in your papers. And so all of the papers will have something. Some will be bigger, of course, because they have more sports.
Okay, are there advertising deadlines on that?
You know, it's coming. It's right now scheduled to come out in the March 6th edition and has to be to the printers on the 3rd. If that stays, which it only will change if we don't have enough advertisers at that time, we really need it by next Friday, which I think is the 29th. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but...
Yeah, I saw in that notice that Ani sent out, I saw the date February 26th. Is that for the sports writers to get their stuff
That
in?
is correct.
Okay. So, of course, basically what we think about here is advertising.
Yes.
We want to get as much of that in as we can.
And it helps us make that a bigger section.
Yeah. And get a lot more data when we can make them bigger. And it's up to you folks to run those ads, and we appreciate it. And it certainly helps out the kiddos that are in those sports, that you're able to see more about them.
And there's so many, like when you think about it, there's way more sports going on in spring than there are fall. And they've always kind of got left out. So we're trying not to do that. So basketball will be included as far as like results, because most of the schools probably will be done playing or very close to ending their season. And I think Ani said soccer will be close to the end too.
Jimmy told me this morning that soccer would be in as well, because I think Jimmy's working on some stuff for that.
Yes.
But this dance moves that we were talking about a while ago. You know, we do these podcasts and we talk a lot about our office manager, Ani. Is she going to be in this?
No, you can only see her hand.
Oh, hell. I mean, pardon me, folks. Heck. Well, I thought she was dancing better than anybody in there.
I know, but
What, did she tell you she didn't want to be in?
Yeah, she threatened my life.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, too bad Nicole wasn't here, because I bet she would have got involved.
She probably would have danced.
And you would have, too, if you hadn't been holding the phone.
If I didn't have to do the video work.
Well, do you have anything else for the folks before we...
I don't know. I guess not. Life's pretty boring, huh?
Yeah, except for the cold weather. And
no one can build a snowman or nothing.
We've got if you have tickets to the Boy Scouts food event this afternoon, that they were selling tickets to, I believe it's sausage and sauerkraut. Not real sure, but they were selling tickets out in front of Walmart last week, and my wife and we got some tickets. And now she's complaining about having to go out in the cold and get the food, and I said, well, think about those kids that are standing in the cold handing you the food.
Or cooking it during the day.
You bet. Well, all right then. I guess we'll wrap it up. Go ahead and say your goodbyes, and we'll finish her off.
All right. Well, have a great weekend. Make sure that you check us out next week we're gonna have some pranks going on at the office, and so I'm gonna try to record those. But I can't tell Murray what they are because you never know who's gonna get pranked, right?
No. Well,
It's not gonna be me.
That'll give me something.
Anyway, it's gonna be fun.
That'll
So
give me
stay
something to
tuned.
worry about.
And but until then, until you see a prank video posted, enjoy the dance one today. Enjoy your weekend. Do something good. Jimmy watched a movie. It's called Trial by Fire on Netflix because Jimmy finally got Netflix. So if you have Netflix, go watch it. I'm going to watch it this weekend. It's my goal.
All right. Well, is that it?
That's it.
Okay, folks. We appreciate you listening as always, and we hope that you'll share this podcast with your friends and even your enemies if you really don't like them. That'll be a way to get even with them. And be sure and watch the dance because I'm sure that's something you wouldn't want to miss. And as we said before, the school teachers and people, coaches, and everybody involved with these kiddos, you're welcome to come on this podcast and talk about your events or anything that you've got going on. But other than that, old Murray's going to sign off now and tell you, stay warm. We got some few more cold days coming up, but at least the sun's going to shine. So
It looks really warm outside.
you bet. So goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.